Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Midnitekrawlr back up in this piece with a new episode for a new series I'm calling Exhumed from the Tomb. Now, as a collector, I never get to revisit many of my flicks in my collection. Once I watch them for the first time, I put them in the collection, and they get left behind at times, forgotten, collect dust. They don't get enough love, and with the new pickups and Netflix and with trades I do with homies, I focus more on those. I'm watching those when I have time. And like I said, the collection sometimes gets left behind, it gets forgotten. So I've been wanting to motivate myself to revisit some of these flicks, because they're gems, and they deserve that attention. And what better way than to make a video series where I revisit 5 flicks in the collection, and they will all have a theme going on. This episode's theme is Asian horror, one of my all-time favorites. And yeah, I got pulled out 5 movies randomly. The ones I felt like revisiting, and like past week or two, I got to enjoy them again. It had been years, some maybe a year, but either way, I want to share my thoughts on them and not give a review or anything like that, but just letting you know what I thought, if it excited me, if I thought it was a dud, if I recommend it, and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get on with episode 1 of Exhumed from the Tomb, and cue in the fancy edit. All right. So first up, we have Audition, Takashi Miike classic. Now, this is one I haven't seen since, I believe, 2010, when I first heard about Miike. I was actually watching a YouTube video. He doesn't make videos anymore, but he was showing off his extreme collection, and Miike's name kept popping up. So I was really interested and went to my local video store, and I rented Audition and Visitor Q. I fell in love with Visitor Q right away. This was too much of a slow burn for me at the time. Through the years, I've grown to appreciate some slow burn, and I really dig it now. And of course, this has some great payoff. But I wasn't a huge fan of this when I first saw it. So I scored a copy through a trade a couple years ago, but I never got around to watching it again. And finally did, and I loved it the second go round. It's one of those flicks where, you have to watch it again to really appreciate it, and I loved it the second go round. Of course, since then, I've grown very fond. I have a big crush on Iyahi Shina. She's fucking beautiful. And yeah, such a great flick, Audition. Glad to revisit this. It's been almost 6 years. Damn. All right, so next up, it's a Korean flick released by IFC Midnight. Now, this flick, The Chaser, I had read an article. It was like a one-page article on Rue Morgue magazine. I believe the mag was the big feature was about Sushi Typhoon. They were releasing like your Hell Driver, your Robo Geisha, etc. And then after that article, there was a very tiny one on Korean horror. The Chaser was mentioned, and so was I Saw the Devil, and a few others. But this one caught my eye because nobody in the horror community at the time was really talking about it or showing that they had picked it up in their videos. So I snagged it, and I fell in love with it. It was awesome. It was one of the first Korean horrors I've ever seen, if not the first. And since then, I've grown to appreciate Korean horror. Loved I Saw the Devil, and I actually went on a Korean binge last month on Netflix, watching almost half their titles, if not all of them, in their selection. But this one is a damn good serial killer flick. It's one of those close to 2 hours, if not over 2 hours. But it's one of those movies, it's long, but it's so damn good. Well shot. Just the story is excellent and will keep you on the edge of your seat. So it doesn't even feel like 2 hours. And some very memorable characters. Highly recommend The Chaser. So damn good. And yeah, man, I love Korean cinema. All right, next up, It's a zombie flick. Next two are zombie flicks, actually. And this one is SARS Wars Bangkok Zombie Crisis. This is from Thailand, and this is your infected zombie type movie. To me, they're all zombies, though. I don't care. I'm not too picky on it. And this is a zomcom. Of course, you can tell by the title, SARS Wars. And yeah, so the zombies are infected by a mutated form of SARS virus, and all hell breaks loose in a high-rise condominium setting, and it's batshit crazy and so much fun. Highly recommend you check it out if you love your zomcoms. This does have some bad CG at times. With there is a giant zombie snake in here and a zombie baby as well, but it's all forgivable. It's still a fun ride, and there's a dash of animation as well, so it's pretty unique and lots of fun. Give it a shot. Actually, I'd seen this last year, but it was so batshit fun that I had to watch it again. All right, next up, it's about a yearly revisit that I always annually do. It's a Wild Zero. I think I watched this back in October as well, but I love this flick so much. I could watch it over and over again. And yeah, Wild Zero, it's basically your zombie flick caused by a meteorite that hits Osaka, I believe. And you have Guitar Wolf. They are a very popular band in Japan and all over the world. They're known for their rock and roll, their punk style, leather clad in black, that cool shit. And and some other characters as well. But they go on a rampage, killing zombies. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. Love the soundtrack. I love rock and roll and punk, so yeah, it's up my alley. But yeah, this one, it's kind of a guilty pleasure as well. Gets a spin at least twice a year. And since I was revisiting a zombie movie, I said, what the hell? I'll throw in Wild Zero as well in. It's always a good revisit. I do want to watch it with a drinking game that's also included, but I have yet to get to that. I'm sure I'll need some friends over for that. See how fucked up they get. But Wild Zero, it's a fun time. All right, and last but not least, it's my revisit of the week of the episode. This one, it's been a while since I've caught this one. Maybe over a year or two, but it's Evil Dead Trap. Evil Dead Trap, such a phenomenal movie. Oh man, this one is a beautiful film. Some excellent gory kills. Oh man. It's about like a killer. He's in there. He's knocking people out in an abandoned military base, and oh man, it's so fucking awesome. The visuals are stunning. Like it reminds you of a Dario Argento movie actually, and the soundtrack. It sounds like Goblin did the score actually. Fucking awesome. The ending is batshit crazy. Oh man, I'm not gonna give anything away on the ending. Just something you have to see to believe. And I will let you know about this eye stab scene. That's one of the greatest ever. I mean, Lucio Fulci, he mastered it. It's his trademark, one of his trademarks. But Evil Dead Trap, they did a good eye stab as well. The dude stabs his chick in the eye, and all this clear gelatinous liquid just starts spewing out, and just like gallons of it almost, fucking over the top. And then not only does he stab it, he like goes upwards in a really forceful motion, and adds more insult to the injury. Just fucking awesome and brutal, man. Love that eye stab. So yeah, highly recommend Evil Dead Trap. If you have not seen it, you will not be disappointed. Fucking brutal. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for Exhumed from the Tomb episode 1. And I hope you dig my Asian horror selections, my revisits. I had a lot of fun watching these again, and I recommend all 5 of them. If you get a chance, pick them up. Sorry for all the glare there, but yeah, I'll be back with a new episode sometime soon. I already have my theme picked out, and I'm not going to give any spoilers away, so I'll catch you next time. Peace.